Hi everyone, it's Tawney here for another vlog. Just wanted to do like a little bit of an update for you guys, kind of like a life update, chit chat little thing. Um, Things have been nuts this week. Today is Easter, so I am chilling in my apartment after Easter. It's like 9 o'clock or something like that. I spent the day with some family, hung out with my grandma a little bit because she lives alone at the moment. For the last like 5 years she's been alone, and I just kind of like played cards, beat her twice. We play rummy. We go up to 500 per game, and I beat her 2 times. I'm very proud of that. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys all the life update, but I wanted to show you my little cat, little baby Chad, is sleeping in his little bed right here. Look, I always point and I'm like, my finger has to get in view first, but look, isn't he so cute? Oh my god, he's so cute. Yeah, this room is a mess. It's his bedroom, so it kind of has like crap everywhere. I have a dining room table in there. I have my piano in there. I have some of my Poshmark shipping and clothing and things like that in there, and just kind of like all sorts of random things. The main update, wanted to talk to you all. So I am absolutely terrified. That's like the first thing I should start off with. I have had this issue that's covered with band-aids that honestly probably needs like a third band-aid. I took a shower after I like put all of this together, and it like was perfect and like had just gotten put on like an hour before. Took a shower and I was trying not to get it too wet, trying not to like wash my face in like this area, and it still got wet, so it's like struggling to stay on at this point. But I've had this like bump on my chin for about 2 weeks now. And I know like usually when you get those things, you need to get them taken care of like as soon as possible. Can't let them go, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I'm not a doctor person. I don't like going to the hospital. I've only ever been to the hospital like 3 times, and it was for other people. I was there as like moral support, not actually because I needed to. I usually go to like a Med Express or kind of like like they're like a quick diagnostic center basically. I'm not sure if anybody has Med Express like around them, but like to explain it to you, it's like quick diagnostic. Like they can like diagnose certain things. They can prescribe like pills or medicine or send like a thing to the pharmacy, things like that. So they can kind of sort of help you without like the heavy duty stuff. If they need to do that sort of thing, they send you in an ambulance to the hospital, so that way you get taken care of sooner. So I have had this bump and it started to get worse. And I think by Wednesday or Thursday of this past week, and today's Sunday, it had started to become very angry. It was mad that I was poking at it, prodding at it, and like annoying it. And I want to preface this. I watch Dr. Pimple Popper like religiously. Like I watch her on TV, I watch her on YouTube, I watch her on Facebook. Like I live for those videos. Those are my favorite types of videos. I've had acne since I was like 12, since like puberty. So I'm like here for that sort of thing. I'm a popper. I'm someone that messes with it. I pick at it until I get like scars on my face. And I know that's not good, but that's not what we're here for. So I kept picking at this thing. Nothing was happening. And I'm like, it's not getting any better. So I thought maybe it's an abscess with my tooth, because I had had one in a different spot and it kind of just went away, and it was similar to one, but whenever I pushed on it, nothing came through my mouth. Like I didn't notice anything. I could just feel a little bit of like achiness in the teeth in this area because it's right here. So, and I hate the dentist. So Thursday night of a holiday weekend, I decide I'm going to just bite the bullet and call a dentist. I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to figure out where our insurance can go and make an appointment with a dentist, because mind you, I have not seen a dentist in over 10 years. And I know that's a terrible thing to say. And I know it makes me seem like a terrible person and like I'm a horrible, disgusting, gross, whatever. My teeth aren't great, but I am so afraid of the dentist. It's like certain people are afraid of clowns. They're afraid of spiders or snakes or bees. I'm like that with a dentist. Like, I would rather see a snake, rather have a giant spider crawling on the wall, would rather have a clown eat me at night like an It, you know? I would rather deal with all of that stuff than deal with the dentist. And this is something that, like, I've had bad teeth growing up, so it kind of, like, has slowly progressed through the years and has just slowly gotten worse. And because I didn't go to the dentist, it didn't get taken care of, and I don't eat the healthiest, blah, blah, blah. All these factors built into this. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the dentist. It's going to be incredibly painful and scary. I'm not going to be able to handle this stuff. Like, this is, it's awful. And I like had panic attacks throughout the night, had a horrible time sleeping, was miserable all day Friday because I just had this like thought process in my head that like this needs to happen. Well, I was going to call the dentist. Well, the one I was going to call, they're closed on Fridays. They don't open till Monday. And it's just their regular schedule, not because of the holiday weekend. So I was like, okay, I will wait until Monday. Even though I've psyched myself up for this, I will wait the whole weekend to deal with it. Well, I noticed that this bump on my face, it was not getting covered well by makeup. I tried to cover it with a full coverage foundation, with some full coverage concealer, tried to use some powder, tried to not use anything that would like bring it out more, but just kind of like hide it a little bit. But because I don't really have a good jawline, some of this like not fat area, but like this area would like pull it down. So it kind of looked like this. And that's noticeable. And then it got to the point that it was starting to get very red and very noticeable. It almost looked like a giant like mole basically. And I have a mole here, but it definitely not that cute. But it was starting to get kind of intense. So I was trying to hide it, but I had gone to a small Easter egg hunt yesterday and I knew, okay, I'm going to be around a bunch of people. And it was outside and we were all separated. So I didn't really need to wear a mask unless I like really felt like I had to. So I was like, it's going to be really hard to cover this with makeup. Like, how am I supposed to keep it hidden? I can pull my hair down, but my hair can only stay like this for so long. And sweatshirts don't cover it. And I don't have any turtlenecks. So I was thinking like, I'm kind of running out of options. So I asked my sister, who had recently started getting dental work done. She started getting like, she's working on trying to get like Invisalign type products to like help with her teeth and just make them look a little bit more presentable. And she said she had gone to the dentist and I was like, well, who do you go to? Because I need to start going because I have this thing on my chin that I think is related to my teeth that I need to get dealt with. Well, my mom like full blown panicked. She was like, you need to go right now to get this taken care of. You can't let this go. This is awful. Like made me feel really guilty, which in my like in her defense, that's totally understandable. Like I did put it off. I did let it get bad. I should have taken care of it. I should have prevented it from even happening. But from my perspective, I already know that it's terrible. I already know that it's disgusting to look at and it's awful. I've been dealing with it for weeks. My boyfriend likes to touch my face just like this and he'll touch it and be like, ooh, what's that? And like be all grossed out and stuff. And I don't like that makes me self-conscious because I'm like, I don't want him to be disgusted by the way I look and like, cause it's making him uncomfortable. And that's never something that I'm like, I don't try to do that. I don't want to do that. I didn't want him to be uncomfortable with me. Like, I don't want to chase him away because of something that like I can take care of. Like, not easily. I don't want to say that, it's not something that I can just handle over nothing. And I had shared my fears with him and everything just to let him know, like, this is the problem. This is the reason I haven't taken care of it. This is the reason I haven't done anything to fix this problem because I'm just so afraid. And like, I feel like sometimes when people know these things, then they're a little bit more like, well, that makes sense. Like, I get your point of view. And then that way it makes me understand the situation better. So my mom immediately got her stuff and got me in the car and she took me to Med Express. And I sat there they let me go inside and sit in the lobby. And I was the only person in the lobby, thank goodness. But like, I sat in there for almost an hour before they called me back. And that took of course my phone was like close to dying. Luckily by the time I got back there, it was on like 23%, which it's not that important information. But to me, I was like incredibly bored. I was watching Instagram reels, playing games on my phone. Luckily I had enough, like my data was strong in the area so I could still like get on Facebook and stuff. Then they called me back and then the regular like physician's assistant or whatever looked at me and did like the general, like check your blood pressure, check your oxygen levels, check your temperature was like the main thing. And just kind of like, what is this thing? How long have you had it? Does it hurt? What are your pain scale? And my stupid self doesn't understand the pain scale because I've never been to like the hospital for myself. The only time I've ever been to like the doctor for a serious issue, I had pneumonia and I went to Med Express the same time. Because they could get me in like right away and look at me. Whereas a doctor, you make an appointment a week later, you're fine. Like, so, and at the time I had like gotten too old to go to the children's doctor. So I didn't really have a PCP. Yeah, that's the right primary care physician. I didn't have a PCP at the time. So I like needed just to go to any place. And, so they, they ask all those questions, whatever. Then she's like, okay, a doctor will come in to look at you. So I wait another like half an hour. Then this woman, super nice woman, walks in and she's like, so this isn't tooth related. This is just related to like your skin. And I was like, I got all psyched up about going to the dentist, told my mom about this, which means I now have to deal with it, because when mom knows, then it becomes everybody's issue, and like, you have to deal with it. She's not going to let me get past it, get around it. So then she's like, it's from wearing your mask. Well, let me tell you, I was mad. Scale 1 to 10, I was a 10. I was mad. So like, I get the mask things are important for our health. It prevents us from giving illnesses and getting illnesses. I totally understand that, 100%. But the fact that me wearing this gave me this giant cyst thing, oh, I am livid. I'm so mad about this whole thing. So I was like, okay, I usually wear makeup. Sometimes I feel like I don't always get the makeup off my mask. I don't wash it nearly as often as I should. I have a couple masks I rotate through. So I was like, okay, I'm going to wash my mask a little bit more. I'll just throw it in the washing machine. And I have this detergent that you throw in the fabric softener like the middle section, or like the little like add-on section of your washing machine, that is for sanitizing your clothes. And I had bought that for like when I buy clothes through like secondhand or through ThredUp or a thrift store, things like that. So I was like, well, I can use it with that, and then I'll just air dry it so it doesn't shrink. And so I made sure to do that. I like extra cleaned all of the makeup, just so at least like this, for sanitary reasons, it's okay. Because I'm like, if I have this, I don't want to keep putting that bacteria near my face. And I've already washed all of my brushes and sponges, but I think my one main sponge I'm going to throw away and get a new one, because it's getting way too dirty and I'm not comfortable having that after I've already been putting makeup on this part of my face. So all of my daily brushes, which luckily I don't keep with the rest of my brushes, I keep them on my desk. I made sure to clean them really well. And most of my makeup I end up putting on the back of my hand and dabbing from that. So I don't feel like I need to throw any makeup away. Thank goodness. I was a little bit nervous about that, but I feel like I've been really safe lately, especially because of the virus and everything, and just like trying to be safe myself, like with my own health and all of that. So she's like, we're going to prescribe an antibiotic, and I think you should go see a dermatologist. Well, it's like, problem with that, we have one dermatologist in our area. We had two, but one of them passed away, so we only have one now. And the one that passed away was like a really good dermatologist, like really nice guy. And so like, we really like, it's unfortunate. So I'm like, even if I can get to see the dermatologist, what if I don't get in for like 3 weeks to a month? This thing is gone, or worse, and like half my jaw needs to be removed because of this. So she basically was like, put a warm compress on it, then put some ice over top of a towel on it to try and like help, you know, like ease a little bit so it's not like crazy. And then she's like, take this antibiotic twice a day and then start taking a probiotic. Because I looked into this sort of thing, because it called it a not a cellulite, but like a cellulitis or cellulote or something like that, something along those lines. And it was basically like a cyst or an abscess. That's kind of like what it's basically like that. And she said, take the probiotic to help like with your immune system and like your digestive system, things like that, just to try and like kill off this infection, which is a little bit scary that like this whole thing is an infection. It's something that's like slowly festered to getting worse with all this bacteria, and now it's infected. So I'm on an antibiotic and didn't know you're supposed to eat with it. So that was an experience right in itself. I think it's like the second antibiotic I've ever taken, but the first one was for my pneumonia, and I don't really think it was that strong of an antibiotic, at least not enough, because I never got sick from that. But from this one I did, which that was like, oh my God, I had no idea, and I was out for like hours because it like really, like I just felt really off because of the whole thing. So I'm like, maybe if I start taking like a daily probiotic, it'll make me feel better and I can get a little bit healthier. Like overall, it'll just help like with health and everything. So I'm going to keep taking that even after I get off the antibiotic, just to be more like conscious of my health and like be a little bit more like well and things like that. So the dentist I'm going to call, my mom goes to, they don't open till Tuesday because it's a holiday weekend. And like, I'm kind of annoyed because like I work at a place that's not that important. We provide, you know, parenting skills and parenting techniques and like trying to keep people, you know, mentally well and things like that, whatever. Like we're social workers basically. So I was like, we're providing like a really important skill. But at the same time, I'm like, when I go to the bank, The bank is closed because it's a holiday weekend, yet I have to sit at work and do my job when I'm not even seeing clients at the time. I'm like, tell me how that makes sense. And I'm like, what if my tooth was like, what if half my teeth were falling out, my gums were like crushed, and I need to go see a dentist? Do I have to like wait a couple days, wait till Tuesday to get even an appointment or something? I was like, this is kind of stupid, but it's the way it is, and you just have to deal with it. You just complain and move on, you know? So I'm going to have to make an appointment Tuesday, and Mom's like, tell them how you're feeling, tell them how scared you are, tell them your fears, and they'll be able to work with you. And I told Mom, I was like, listen, because I turned 26 in my birthday in December, and that's when you stop being on your parents' health insurance. And my health insurance through my work's not the greatest, so I'm like working on trying to figure that out right now. I have till December, and it's April right now, so I'm like kind of in crunch time. But my mom was like, you need to get this taken care of before your birthday so that at least you've like gotten up to that point, and then from there you can keep like on your own without having like, you know, keep brushing your teeth like really heavily and like taking care of yourself and things like that, which I should have been doing from the get-go, but it is what it is. We're at this point that like that's not happening. Hi, Chad. I'm not sure why he was so excited to see me. Usually when I start talking in a video, he's like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me. So excited. Hi, buddy. I know I love you too. You're such a pretty kitty. Okay, if I start talking like that, he's going to come over and I want to keep talking. So she was like, just get this taken care of and it'll be fine. And I was like, just so you know, I have a lot of things wrong with my teeth. I have not seen a dentist in 10 plus years, so there's going to be a lot of stuff wrong. And I don't brush my teeth half the time, which is really embarrassing to admit. But I was like, I don't brush my teeth because my gums bleed. Certain teeth hurt when I brush over them. And then third, if I brush my teeth for multiple days, like keep a consistent like 2 times a day schedule of brushing my teeth, by like the second or third day, my mouth is aching to the point I have to take a sick day from work because I can't function because all I can think about is the pain in my mouth. And I was like, I don't brush my teeth. When the dentist asked me, how often you brush your teeth? I'm going to say never, because I literally can't, because I'm to the point that my teeth just hurt so much trying to deal with that. And whenever I use mouthwash, certain teeth like scream at me. They're like, hey, this hurts, please don't do this. And I use a strong, I think it has alcohol in it, mouthwash to try and clear the bacteria, try and like help out my teeth when I can do it. You know, like, and I know it's so embarrassing, but I am trying to go get it taken care of. That's the plan. I haven't called the dentist yet because it's not Tuesday yet for them to even be open. But Mom's like, just tell them how scared you are and they'll be able to handle that. And I was like, the thing that bothers me the most is I'm going to go in there for my first appointment and they're just going to figure out what's wrong. I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. I want to go in, get this crap taken care of, and never come back, or come back once a year or something. Like, you know, I don't want to come in for a preliminary thing. I can't do that. I am so stressed out. I will spend the whole night awake. I will spend the whole night panicking, crying to the point that I'm almost throwing up, because that's just what I do. That's the fear in me. That's the anxiety I have. And I'm just like, and then I'm like, I know they're going to do like one tooth at a time, one section at a time, couple fillings, and then they'll wait and do like a root canal or whatever needs to happen or whatever. No, put me to sleep, do everything you possibly need to do, and send me home. Put me on a bunch of pain meds or whatever, like nothing strong that I can get addicted to, but put me on something and then send me home. And then I was like, the appointment's going to have to be in the morning, even though I'd rather only take a half day from work with sick time. But I'm like, I'll spend the whole morning freaking out at work. I can't do that. So I need one early in the morning where I wake up and go straight there, wake up and eat something so I can, you know, because you can't eat after you go to the dentist most of the time, get stuff done for at least a couple hours. And I like to eat, but have to wake up and immediately go there, get it taken care of, and then spend the rest of the day like moaning and groaning about how I hate my life and how everything sucks and my mouth hurts and, you know, not looking forward to it in the slightest. So that's kind of a thing. And I told my mom, like, don't be surprised if your bill is like excruciatingly high, because there's a lot wrong and there's a lot that needs taken care of. And you're the ones that told me to do it. And you're the ones that pushed me and pressured me into doing this. So you're going to have to deal with these consequences. So yeah. So I'm like incredibly embarrassed to even admit that all this stuff is happening. But at the same time, I feel like it's important to, for one, share the struggles. So then whenever you talk about the success, you can look back and be like, this is where I was. And now look at where I am. But I also want to like not so much encourage people because this is like super effing scary. And I totally get it. Like, if you're out there and you feel the same way, you don't like doctors, dentists, you don't like needles, you don't like poking, prodding, all this stuff, totally feel you. Like, I'm in the same boat. Like, it's definitely very, like, intimidating, very scary. I'm, like, freaking out about Tuesday just making the freaking appointment. So, it's just a little bit like, we have to get past this. And we have to, like, we have to be adults. Like, I'm 25 years old. I need to get my SH blank blank together and deal with this stuff. And at the same time, like, I think my boyfriend's teeth look nice. On the outside, from what I've seen, they look nice. He takes good care of himself. He has some issues that he's like health issues that he's been dealing with, but he's like trying to take care of them, trying to like be on top of things. And I'm like, I don't want to be the disgusting girlfriend that like has all these problems and can't do stuff and like is all gross. And like, there's certain foods I can't eat. There's certain textures like sticky and chew and crunchy. I've avoided crunchy foods. Like, I love candy apples. I love hardtack. I love peanut brittle, even though I hate peanuts and peanut butter, but I love peanut brittle. I can't eat those things because it either hurts my teeth or it breaks my teeth apart. I love chewing gum, and I'm afraid one of these days I'm going to chew down and lift something up that shouldn't be lifted up, and then I'm going to lose something. It's going to be a disaster. And it's really embarrassing, and it makes me really conscious, and it's just gotten to be one of those things that, like, it needs to be dealt with sooner rather than later. And I'm like, I wish I would have dealt with this 10 years ago so it couldn't have gotten to this point. But then 10 years from now, I'll think, I wish I would have done this 10 years ago. So I'm kind of just like, let's stop it now. And then I feel like also this year might be like the year of health. It's the year of Tawney. I said that about last summer, and then like around Christmas things worked out because that's when I met my boyfriend, but my current boyfriend. And so I'm really trying to like, because he's a very active person and he wants to do a lot of things in the summer. I want to go play tennis and basketball and like walk around town and take walks and things like that. Like, my sister and my mom really like to do that, and I've never really been a fan, but I've wanted to try to do it because I want to take advantage of like the nice warm weather, the nice sun. Like, the area that I live in is a really good area to do walks and stuff in. So I really want to like take advantage of that and like use that to my, advantage and things like that. So I really feel like once I get all of like the real like wellness type, like very health wellness things, like dental and health and medical and all of those things, once I get those taken care of, then I can focus on like eating better and exercising a little bit more. I don't want to become like a gym rat. Like, it kind of bothers me when people lose weight. They become like obsessed with going to the gym. They like become endorsers for gym products and gym brands. And like, they're all about like toning their body and getting muscle. And I'm not really a big fan of that. I don't want to be one of those people. I realize that that's not for me, and I don't like that identity. I get that if other people do, that's like totally like great. Like, I'm really glad that there's people out there who are like that, so I don't have to be, but I don't want to get to that point. But I would like to be a little bit healthier. Like, I've gotten into this like habit that like maybe I want to lose a little bit of weight so I can be a little bit like healthier overall. Like, it's not so much about like the number, it's just about making me feel a little bit better. Because like sometimes I don't always feel the best in my clothes, and I feel like if I could get to a point that like I just feel more comfortable with myself, that might make me feel a little bit better. So I'm really hoping that all these changes can really help with like my mental health overall, because I've been dealing with a lot of depression and it's been very overwhelming. For the last year now, I have been dealing with so much anxiety and depression that it's gotten to the point that like I sometimes can't function, that I don't want to go outside, that I don't want to go around people, I don't want to talk to people, I shut down. A lot of mornings when I go to work, I don't want to look at anyone, I don't want to talk to anyone, I just want to be alone, and that's not always the case, and I can't do that with my job. So I really need to like get those things in check, and I'm hoping that like by me getting healthier, it'll allow me to like feel better mentally and like be more open emotionally and like with other people and things like that. So I'm really hoping all of that kind of like cohesively works together to like make me a healthier and better and like happier person. So I'm really hoping all these things work out and like things go okay. I'm really hoping that like all this stuff goes really well. And I started to realize, for one, I remember watching videos here on YouTube a couple years ago. Jessica Braun was getting Invisalign. Kathleen Lights was getting Invisalign. Nicole Concilio was starting to get like veneers or like helping her teeth. And I was like, if I'm going to be on YouTube, if this wasn't even a thought of mine at the time to be on YouTube, but I'm thinking if I'm going to do YouTube, I have to have good teeth. And I'm like, thank goodness I don't do YouTube because my teeth suck. And here I am doing YouTube videos and I'm embarrassed by my teeth some days. I'm embarrassed that like I have really bad plaque over the fronts of my like top, like the outside of like my front teeth. And I'm really embarrassed by that some days. And I think there's some videos that I post that I wonder if people can see that or if they can tell or if they notice it and if it grosses them out and not want to watch me. Because a lot of times people watch the way your lips move. You know, they have to watch your lips in order to understand what you're saying, or people just in general like follow that, like they just watch your mouth just because it's like what they do. And especially like when I'm putting on makeup and stuff, it makes me feel a little self-conscious. So I'm hoping that I can like really fix things. I know I have an underbite, but I don't really want to deal with that. I just kind of want my teeth to be in better shape. However, the doctors deal with that. If they want to take teeth out and give me like fake teeth, by all means. I don't know if you guys have seen the video of the woman that has no teeth and they like drill these like metal things into her gums and then they give her fake teeth. I'm totally okay with that. I mean, I'd like to keep some of my natural teeth so I can at least say I didn't screw this one up or this one up. But I honestly think like however they do it, I'm honestly willing to put forth the effort to keep them safe, keep them in a good, healthy, like I'm willing to brush, mouthwash, and floss every day, 2 times a day. I'm willing to put forth all of that effort and like really willing to like try as like harder than I've tried in 25 years, you know, really willing to put forth all that effort moving forward, you know, whatever happens for my situation. So hopefully I'll get that all taken care of, and I'm definitely going to keep you guys filled in. Hopefully I'll remember. We'll see about that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. My cat is like, oh my gosh, she's talking. Why is she talking to me? Oh, he's eating bread. Dad, you don't like bread. You never liked bread. But yeah, so that's kind of my message. If you don't see any videos the next week, it's because I'm either having a mental breakdown or I'm dealing with this, or I have cotton full in my mouth because stuff's been done to my mouth. But, you know, I'll try and keep you guys updated. I do have a good bit of videos backlogged that'll keep getting posted. This vlog is filmed on April 4th, but probably won't go up until like the week of the 12th or beyond that. So yeah, I'll probably do a follow-up vlog just to let you guys know what's going on, if anything's going on, honestly, because I could schedule an appointment and then like not go to it for like 3 weeks and then be like, well, there's no point in having this vlog because I'm not doing it. I'm just waiting to do it, you know? So I just wanted to update you guys on that. Just wanted to let you know. And also, if you're like struggling with your health in any way, mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, I advise you to take care of that sooner rather than later. I mean, as you can tell, I've put things off and it just ends up getting worse and worse. Makes me feel worse and worse. And like, overall, I feel pretty crappy, but I'm very optimistic about where things are going and how things are going to turn out. And I'm trying to focus on the aftermath and how everything, like, how pretty my teeth will look and how good my face will turn out and how good my body will feel after all of this stuff is done and taken care of, rather than like the fear of the needles and the poking and, you know, figuring out all the things that I've missed, that I've not done properly to myself, that I've like slowly let go. So, oh, by the way, I haven't brushed my hair after my shower. That's another thing. I know I look a little bit like scary, but you know, it is what it is. It's a Sunday night. I'm having the Sunday scaries right now, okay? Like, don't yell at me. Okay, and I'm also sunburned. Wear your sunscreen. That's another thing. Wear your sunscreen. I need to find a good one. So if you use one that you really like, that you can also wear under makeup, that's a big thing. Put it in the comment section, so then that way I can check it out, test it out, and save my face because I do not want skin cancer. But yeah, guys, take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my videos. I do beauty, lifestyle, home. Not always home, but I'm hoping to get into that sometime soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this kind of a video, this type of vlog. If you're interested in more, definitely let me know in the comment section so I can keep you all posted and informed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.